What's good, y'all? This is AMR. And no, so I do want to say, to Golden Goddess and MRM, multiracial movement. I know I was supposed to probably hop on the panel during last night's stream, but I got caught up in other things. So I apologize. And hey, maybe if y'all have another one, I'll hop on and I'll give my thoughts just like I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts now. Um, of what I think, the golden sphere means to me. And some people's feathers may get ruffled, but hey, just like they can enjoy making everybody else uncomfortable, why not return the favor? And we don't always have to agree on every single thing, but I do believe there's common ground that needs to be met. It's got to start somewhere. Now, getting into it, to me, I think, again, like the golden sphere is definitely something that can definitely be needed, especially in this day and age, especially in 2021, whether it be the 20th or the 21st century. I mean, we're not necessarily living in a time where you didn't have all this advanced technology that you have today. And that I believe is also a plus. And also, again, like even for me, it's not, yeah, for the golden people who were born golden, hey, you may say to yourself that hey, you can't help it. Nah, you can't help it, but what you can do is embrace it. You can definitely again feel blessed that you are golden. For those that don't understand, they just don't understand, and they'll never understand. However, I did read a comment on someone else's video about how people from the outside looking in. And I'm going to have to agree with this when they said that people will try hard enough and over time to try to be divisive. And if that's the route, that how far that somebody from the outside looking in will go just to try to stop a movement, just so they can make themselves feel better, so they won't necessarily have to wound up in misery, just like the people who, just like the people or the group that they're a part of. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't have the answers for that. To me, it just seems like an unhealthy obsession. Very unhealthy. But yeah, I do believe that, yeah, the golden sphere, whether you're a light skin, whether you're MGM, whether you're multiracial, biracial, uh, if there's even a such thing as a triracial. And also, we do have to keep in mind that, hey, certain things necessarily can't happen overnight. The only thing that we could do is, again, just strive to continue to keep the pressure going forward. And even, again, like there are certain, like even when Caesar pointed out, it's like, yeah, we've done things, especially in the black community, but not necessarily get our due diligence, get our accolades for what we've done. It's like it's either tossed to the side or written off as though we didn't contribute to anything, or somebody else wants to take credit for what somebody else did. And and the thing about it, and even and also going into another issue that I have is, this whole insecurity thing, people, yeah, they come to the golden sphere with insecurities. And a lot of that and also other things needs to be checked at the door because if you sorry about that, I just had to, pause there for a minute. But yeah, because like if your ego, again, if you continue to let your ego, again, like take over you and not necessarily being, very clear and precise about it, well, then unfortunately, to me, you're just a lost cause, and the golden sphere really doesn't need that. But yeah, that's just my take. I mean, I know I went, oh wow. I'm not gonna be on here for too long. I just thought I'd just give my input on what I think the golden sphere is to me, and now even the real meat and potatoes regards to think this girl named Bossy or whoever. Now I don't know who that is. I don't necessarily watch her videos. I just hear her, I just hear her name in passing. Apparently she must be like that girl Flower Tower if she has the same talking points as she does, well then it's like, yeah, there's just toxic people who are unhappy with themselves, uncomfortable in their own skin. So they're going to do whatever they can to make everyone else feel uncomfortable in theirs. Whereas the golden sphere, you don't have to worry about that. Being uncomfortable in your own skin, being uncomfortable with who you are. And I mean, yeah, there's certain challenges that we've may faced as individuals and human beings, but hey, it's very common. It's natural. But being uncomfortable in your own skin for certain reasons or particular reasons doesn't really apply. But yeah, I do believe that, again, the it's time for a golden sphere. Because even though, again, a shout outs to my also golden brother Caesar Cannon, where he stated that, like, well, if you look at the news or if you look at any other reports about what's going on in California and how California is burning and it's continued to burn, and a lot of things that they relied on, like the infrastructures and all that, it's pretty much going away now. It's moved in a different moved, somewhere down south where he happens to be, down in the Louisiana hemisphere, where one of the golden spheres started in Louisiana. Now, some people may say, "Oh, it started somewhere else," but it always is. Yeah, there's just something, again, like to me that even my people can just, again, look back and see where we, made strive and made history and where we contributed and where, our culture is still being kept and maintained and never went anywhere. So Yeah. But yeah, I truly believe that I think that it is time and the time is now, and we shouldn't necessarily wait until it's too late. We don't necessarily have to take on the mistakes or bear the burden of mistakes that previous people in our lives or even not so in our lives have made. Because either you could fall in someone's footsteps or you can learn from their mistakes. And even if I were to necessarily have children, I would want, and again, and I say this all the time, and I even said this even to my parents, that I would want my children to basically be better than me. Not just for the sake of being better than me, though, just for the sake of being too conceited, but being better than me in terms, it's like, yo, look, you may, when you get old enough, hey, you may want to go to college, you may want to get a career, you may want to do something in the professional world, which is very admired, like being a nurse or being a doctor, or I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a nurse, but doing something like that, being an engineer. Hell, even getting a trade. I mean, I got trades, but I didn't go to a 4-year university. But regardless, beyond that, I don't, again, I don't think I turned out too bad going forward. Again, because like what we are, we can acknowledge, it can be traced. And again, like they say, like what the outsiders, what Ralph Macchio told what's his name, to stay gold. Hey, to the golden people, the golden community, stay gold. All right then. That's all I got. Figure I just make this video before I head into work, and that's pretty much my input. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.